ต่อไปจะเป็นพรฟ้าหมายเลข18ค่ะเชิญพรฟ้าค่ะเชิญพรฟ้าครับพรฟ้าต้องการคำถามเป็นภาษาอังกฤษหรือภาษาไทยคะ
I prefer Thai ค่ะ
โอเคเอาไทยนะครับใส่หูฟังนะครับพรฟ้าพร้อมไหมไปเลยครับพรฟ้าครับภาพวัดอรุณราชวรารามมักได้รับการนำเสนอสู่สายตาชาวโลกเป็นสัญลักษณ์สื่อถึงประเทศไทยหากคุณได้เป็น Miss Universe Thailand คนใหม่คุณจะสื่อความเป็นไอคอนิกของตัวคุณในฐานะตัวแทนประเทศไทยให้ผู้อื่นรับรู้ได้อย่างไรจงแสดงวิสัยทัศน์ครับเริ่มค่ะ
ถ้าสำหรับตัวพรฟ้าเองนะคะวัดอรุณพรก็จะใช้เหรียญบาทค่ะเป็นสัญลักษณ์ที่จะเป็นของที่ระลึกให้กับทุกๆคนใน Miss Universe Organization แล้วรวมถึงเพื่อนสาวงามด้วยค่ะเพราะนั่นคือสิ่งที่แสดงชัดที่สุดว่าวัฒนธรรมของเราคืออะไรและมีสัญลักษณ์ที่ชัดเจนและ
Learning Journey Program, you control the question. Make it about you and always be the best version of yourself with wit, radiance, and composure. Good luck, and let's begin.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. Hello, everyone. I am Maria Nina Copuyok Soriano. I'm the fifth child, the youngest girl out of 6 siblings. And I am actually an athlete, a swimmer at heart, and I also do fencing. I'm also a dancer, specifically in hip hop. And I love to express myself through arts. And recently, last December, I started my vlog, my YouTube channel, which I'm very proud of. I do makeup vlogs, and I really love the fact that I'm able to pursue my vlogging because of all the learnings I have here and discovered. Yes. Magana. It actually means beautiful. And I chose it because everyone is beautiful in their own way, as we all know. We may not see it right away, but deep down it's there. It's just a matter of time that we discover the beauty inside of everyone. Growing up, we were always taught to be compassionate, to show love through actions and not so much words. I grew up in a traditional Filipino family wherein my parents are strict and all we had to do was serve them. We were taught to be compassionate in that way, and now I'm able to apply that with this platform in Miss Universe Philippines. It just comes naturally for me to help other people and to be empathetic. I learned that our material possessions aren't really everything because we're stuck at home. We don't really get to drive our fancy cars or spend as much money. Of course, money is important. We need it to sustain our life. However, I learned that it's mostly in the presence of God in our life. We are given so many months to bask ourselves in His love, and it's really my advocacy to spread awareness about His love. It will guide us. Of course, we should support local. And in my province, we have a lot of variety of products from produce like fish, the gupan. If you've heard of that po, our milk dish there is very famous. We also have puto kalashao. I would want to, and the other products. I would want to advertise it and bring it to the cities so that more and more people will be enticed to visit our province and meet the wonderful people there as well.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenon woman?
Definitely purple. It is the color of royalty, and a phenomenal woman is a queen at heart. She doesn't have to wear a crown. She knows who she is, and she stands on what she believes in. That's why I believe the color purple is perfect for her because it's very powerful and it really strikes your eyes when you see it.
Is something that you hear every now and then,
Yes.
or very
Yes.
and it's part of the new role. So what do you think are the skills needed for this so-called workplace of the future?
We have to be resourceful, and by doing that, we should make use of what we have at home. For myself, I resigned for my Miss Universe Philippines pageant, and I see my siblings. I help them to make use of the space we have at home, and it's very important so that we get to save money as well, and we get to exercise our creative juices.
What is a specific spot? Given a chance, name one spot or one place in Pangasinan, whether it's man-made or natural. You'd like to promote it.
It would be Bolinao. A lot of people might have heard of it but haven't been there. It's like our Boracay in Pangasinan, and it's really beautiful, serene, and peaceful. It's perfect for this time of pandemic wherein we just want to stay calm, be able to reflect in our life, and whenever I'm there, I always feel at peace. Yes.
What other local products do you want to promote?
In my province po. My national director, Sir Milton, he has a line of bangkwang bags. It's proudly handmade and sourced all from our province. And I really want to support him by spreading word about it. And I've already modeled his bags as well. So that's one way I could help him as well. And I also want to partner with him so I could bring it here in Manila because my siblings are based here in Manila. So we could sell it for him here. We should focus on being ourselves because just like in this pageant, I've learned to be myself and not really to think of if you all will judge me on being myself, but not to really put a facade because it really messes everything up. And I believe that it empowers you when you embrace your true, authentic self. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, po.
Okay, right now we are with Miss Paranaque. Miss Paranaque, how are you doing right now?
Hi, I'm doing good. I'm a little shaky. I don't know if it's because it's cold or if I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to this. I've prepared and I feel ready. Thank you so much. Alright. Okay.
Love it and all.
Hi, my name is Isabella Rojas Ismael, but you may call me Bella as everybody else does. You may know me as a ballerina. I am also a psychology major and I'm very passionate about mental health. But I would say I'm also somebody who burns with a fire inside. And I think this is not expected of me because I look very calm and collected all the time. I look shy sometimes. And I say that because I'm somebody who just burns with her own fire, and I'd say that's my strength. I see. Well, I speak Tagalog, and one of my favorite words is actually kilig. Because this is something that we can't really explain in English. There's a similar word, it's called giddy. But there's no explanation or no feeling like kilig. And it's something that I feel every time I take a step here, every time I feel like I'm so beautiful and confident, and it's something that I'd like to make people feel also when they meet me. I grew up dancing ballet because I started at 4 years old. And one of the most important things that I've learned is to learn how to be yourself in every situation that you're put in. So this is actually my first national pageant, so it's new to me. However, as we've gone through the different challenges, I've learned how to apply myself in the situation, and I've learned how to grow and to shine as Isabella Ismael. That's the beauty that I've learned as a child in ballet, where you have techniques, but you learn your own art, you learn your own style. During the pandemic, admittedly, of course, it wasn't easy for any of us. However, I was able to actually connect with myself. And as a beauty queen, you would expect somebody to be confident, to know exactly who she is, but it's not always the case. I was able to take time to meditate. I was able to take time to listen to myself. And I realized the value of knowing who you are. And I'm able to take that with me to today. You know, my outfit, this is me. It's pink, it's floral, it's ballet-ish, but, you know, I feel very confident as myself. And I'm proud of that. Well, I am very, very passionate about the mental health community, and I have a few people who are very close to me who go through mental illnesses. One of the things that I've learned is that it's not just those who suffer with the sickness who have a hard time, but it's also their families. And I would love to partner up with an organization and probably create a program or maybe support groups, not just for the person who's sick, but for their families, how they can cope, how they can help each other out, and how they can take care of themselves as well. It's not easy, and we need to help each other out. I would say blue. Blue, I know to be royal blue. I would say it's something that is so strong. It comes out confident and strong. However, it's also very warm, it's inviting, and it's something that you can trust. That's how I see the color blue. And a phenomenal woman is somebody who's confident in herself, is somebody who is calm, but is also somebody that you can trust to represent you, to tell your story. And that's why if I were to be the phenomenal woman, I would wear blue in everything.
So what do you think are the skills so-called workplace?
Actually, I would say it's knowing how to rest and to take breaks. Working from home, we have less boundaries. We have the bedroom and then the workplace, and that's difficult. This is something that we can take even after the pandemic, even when we can go back to the normal life. We can take the learning how to rest, knowing when to listen to your body, knowing when it's time for a break. Because this will help us do better, this will help us develop, and this will help us understand ourselves even more.
If there's one spot, one place that you want to promote in Paranaque, what would that be?
In Paranaque, there's this place called the El Pipicea, and it's actually a bird sanctuary, and there are a lot of mangroves there too. It's very good for the environment, and I would love to promote that because I think it's very underrated, especially in Paranaque City. We're more focused on the modern side, but I think I would like to take everybody back to the traditional Paranaque, to the natural Paranaque. That's something that I would definitely talk about more, something that I would even visit. And right now it's being worked on, so hopefully when that's done, I can do more work there.
You know the strategy now, hashtag now local.
Yes.
Like, what local products you want to promote?
I would love to promote the binka. It's a food from Paranaque. It's a rice dessert, and it's one of the best rice desserts I've ever tried. And you know, I'm Filipina. I was born and raised in Paranaque, but I just tried it earlier this year. It was something revolutionary, and I think a lot of people should try it out because not only is it, you know, it's delicious, but it's also full of culture. You can see the hard work that went into it. You can see the Filipino culture that's in it. And I think that's something that we should be proud of, especially we as a Paranaqueña. I would say young people should focus on their mental health. I'm very happy to see that it's something that is becoming more popular. It's a trend. However, when the trend fades, I would love for them to continue on with taking care of their mental health. It's something that I do every day, and I'm not perfect. Nobody is. And I would love for the younger ones to know that as they grow up, as they go through different struggles and challenges, it's important to make sure that we are mentally stable. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope I calmed you all. Thank you.
Okay, right now we are with Miss Pasay. Who is your number one inspiration coming into today?
My mom, it's her birthday today, so I'm really inspired, and I really want to show her that all the sacrifices we've made for the longest months is finally coming to a close, and I'm super, super happy that I'm here. Nag-heels ko naman din. Para, size 12, Mama J. Pwede niyong hiramin if you want. Pwede. Alright. I will, Mama J. I'm Xandra Nicole Santa Maria. I'm representing the Gateway to the Philippine Islands, Pasay City. My name is Sandra. They call me Nikki, mga kababata ko. And something that everyone doesn't know about me is I play the ukulele. Whenever I play the ukulele, I started playing because I broke up with my first boyfriend. Then I wanted to move on, a distraction. So that's the reason why I played the ukulele. Eventually, I moved on from playing the ukulele. Then I was bringing it in all of my layovers. I was creating songs. And actually, during this pandemic, I was also able to create a song. It's called Simulana, wherein I wanted people to realize, all right. Yes, ma'am. Salamat. Salamat is one of the most beautiful words that I guess is not often said to a lot of people. We fail to appreciate the people around us. Even those people who would give us a water or a drink, sometimes we just say, but it's important that we learn how to appreciate people. As a flight attendant who works in the industry of service, I really appreciate people whenever they say that, hey, thank you, I really appreciate your work. And this is something that we should be telling to the children. Strict to direct. All right. One of the greatest learning experience that I had as a child, I went to this place in an Aita community, and then I had this kid who said, Ate, bibigyan kita ng mangga, kuha na kita sa puno. And then when I was there, the kid came back with a full smile on his face and he said, Ate, ito na yung mangga. And then he came back to me. What I said was, magkano to? When I said magkano to, from a full smile, he frowned. Because he said, di ko naman yung binibenta, binibigay ko yan sa'yo. And then from then on, that's it. The most important lesson that I've learned from this pandemic was I learned that I can push myself to the limits. Even if I have my own personal struggles, emotionally, financially, physically, I was struggling with my health. I learned that if I wanted to survive, if I had my goals aligned with me, I'll be able to push it. And I think one of the greatest things that I didn't lose is my spirituality. And especially that it was powered by my family, who was completely there all the time, supporting me and guiding me all throughout. And this is my greatest learning. If I win, I will continue and try to tell them about starting conversations. Because right now, us Miss Universe, we always want to start becoming a spokesperson. But we forget that they also have a voice. They want to tell us something, and we want to experience it firsthand. It's important that we start to become conversationalists. And I want to expand the platform from just becoming a spokesperson. I want to start conversations wherein these people will be able to talk about their struggles. Because it's important that we live in a reality where we'll be able to see and feel their things.
What color do you symbolize the phenomenon?
I guess the color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman is whatever you feel you are most confident about. And when you walk on that stage, whatever you see, whatever you feel, if you walk with confidence, confidence is the color that makes you proud of who you are. Yes.
So what do you think that the skills that so-called workplace?
I guess working from home, you really have to be able to set aside a place in your home wherein you don't get distracted. Coming from my mom, who works as a teacher and she was working at home, we have to have a certain place in the house wherein she doesn't get distracted. But at the same time, you also need your family to help you because my mom is a senior and she's not accustomed to using technology. So she would always tell us, can you help me with this? Can you help with that? So I guess you still need a lot of people around you to be able to work with the new normal and working from home.
But
That would be Mall of Asia. To be able to build Mall of Asia in the waters, it's tremendously amazing. And I think because of the Miss Universe platform, they were able to see my tourism video and they were able to see more about Pasay. There is something more to Pasay City. We have the Resorts World where even on layovers for foreigners, if they just get by across Runway Manila, they'll be able to experience different kind of scenes in Resorts World. If they have more time, they could watch a play. Yeah, I'm putting it people.
hashtag not local.
Yes.
I'd like to ask you, what local products do you want?
If there's a local product that I guess Pasay has, it's experiential tourism. We have a lot in Mall of Asia, wherein we'll be able to experience the Pyro musical. They'll be able to experience a lot of entertainment in Mall of Asia. Likewise, as I said earlier, we have Ang Huling El Vivo, which is proudly Filipino, made songs from our local band. And I was able to watch it. I was able to experience a tremendous amount of connection with the story of Ligaya. And this is something that we could share to people.
Young people should focus.
I guess one thing that people should focus on is respect. Right now, children tend to not respect elderly because of the differences of the generation. We tend to, oh, this is me. I want to be more active. I want to be open. And the elderly would say, no, this is something that we should do. I know better because I know. This is how we learn how to respect each other. We need to know they have experienced this. We are experiencing this right now. If we'll be able to come in a common ground where we'll be able to understand each generation, we'll be able to thrive as a community. Thank you. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po.
Okay, so here we are again with Miss Pasay. Was 30 seconds enough for you to bring out all your ideas?
No. The buzzer was always on me. And I feel I was able to explain both the forward part of my interview. Then later on, I think it was just a little fillers for me. So I think I did great.
So,
Wait lang. Medyo, bilis na heart ko. Workout. Okay. Okay. Alright, so hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Rihanna Agatha Pangindian. I'm 24 years old and I'm proudly representing Pasay City. Right now, I'm a licensed professional teacher and I work as a model on the side. During this pageant, one thing that I discovered about myself is I'm a good baker. So I started a small business. I call it Tiny Open, and I sell Yanana cakes. So it's actually banana cakes, but I incorporated my name with it. Ooh. One beautiful word in Tagalog. Maganda. The word in itself for me, may it be a person or a thing, pag sinabi nating maganda, it really encompasses everything, not just the physical aspect. I think there's more to beauty than what we see. There's so much more than what our eyes can see, and more than that, I think that with our wisdom and the love that we can give to people is what makes us beautiful. Mm. One learning experience I had when I was a child was really not to compare myself. Growing up, I was a bit insecure and I really wanted to find friends that I can, be comfortable with and I can call my friends. But unfortunately, I experienced bullying along the way, but then I realized that it's really important not to compare myself and to know who I am and be that friend to them. Whether or not they're going to be a friend to me, I should be that friend to them and just give them the love and support that they need. Yeah. Yes, the greatest lesson that I learned during this pandemic was to really value human connection. I really miss my friends during this pandemic, during this quarantine life. I realized that I took for granted the many times that we were together. Instead of using my phone, I should have talked to them, listened to them more, hugged them. And also, I learned that I can be grateful for the little things as well. So it's really important to always be thankful and be grateful for what we have now, especially our family. So that's what I really enjoyed about this pandemic. As a licensed professional teacher, I have been trained to really convey information to people in a way that they will understand. And so, if I win Miss Universe Philippines, I will use that experience to send a message of hope and send a message of love to people that I will be in close contact with. And I would love to partner with organizations, especially in the education sector, to really provide them what they need, especially in Pasig as well. And I'm really happy that our mayor is actually doing initiatives for it too. Oh, the color that symbolizes phenomenal woman for me, can it be more than one? I think the Philippine flag colors really symbolizes a phenomenal woman. For me, I'm actually wearing yellow because ever since I went here for the pageant, I've been really happy and I just want to show that to people that I'm having a beautiful time here in Miss Universe Philippines, and also our creativity, our passion, especially red, it reminds me of passion, and I really want to show to people that. Right. I think one skill that people working from home should develop is the skill of being honest and vulnerable. I think it's important that we become honest of how we feel. If we're not feeling okay, it's okay to admit that and ask for help from people that we love, people that we trust, and allow ourselves to get out from that situation and process things and just work from there, work with what we have. And also, I think we also have to be innovative. Thank you. Yes. Hmm. Ooh. I think one place in Pasig City that is being talked about is the Rave or Rainforest Adventure Park. So we actually have a rainforest park within the metro, and I've been there. It's really relaxing. You can bring your whole family, even your friends there, and enjoy the weekend together. And there are a lot of activities like zip lining, there's swimming pool, there's a zoo, there's a butterfly garden. So there's so much that Pasig City can offer, and one of them is Rave. Yes. Right. In Pasig City, there are a lot of products that we can promote. One of which is the bags that are made of plastic Tetra Packs that they make it into bags. So it's something that I really appreciate because I remember in college we actually had a project like that, the Zero Waste Management Project. And knowing that Pasig City has that kind of project as well, I really would love to promote that to people and really value reusing our plastics because we only have us in this world. I think young people like me should focus on people, like really valuing people. I think more than anything that we can have here in this earth, it is our relationships with one another. It is our family, our friends that we should put value in. And I hope that the young generation like me really realize that and see the importance of knowing who they are and being there for people and really uplifting one another because that's what we need right now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Miss Quezon City, how are you doing right now?
Hi, Brian. I'm doing really good. I started my day with a good workout. So I'm feeling really empowered right now. After a good workout, I feel back to myself. I hope everybody is doing well despite the amount of girls you've interviewed. Laban. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Michelle Teresa Imperial Tumabao and I'm representing Quezon City. As everybody knows, I'm a professional athlete, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an advocate, I'm a motivational speaker. And all of this came from my experiences in the bodybuilding. I've learned so much, I've grown so much, and that is one of my biggest advantages coming into this pageant. Maganda. It means beautiful. I love that word because it represents each woman, each Filipina, and it says a lot about our culture. I hope that we all learn to encourage our women and to lift them up, to be confident and to be empowered. I have been highly supported by my parents, and what they taught me is to encourage others, to support others, to work with others. That's why it benefited me as a team player playing sports, and it also benefited me joining beauty pageants because you represent an organization. Working with them, collaborating with them, and being a spokesperson, you have to know how to encourage other people. That is one of the most valuable lessons that my parents has imparted on me. One of the greatest lessons during this pandemic, among a lot, is to be generous. I learned how to be generous not only with my words, by checking up on people, but also with my time. I have spent my time putting up an organization called Your 200 Pesos. We were able to serve thousands of families, not only in Metro Manila, but in the nearby provinces. I learned that if more people are generous, then less people will become hungry, less people will struggle, and we will have a more united Philippines. I have been working a lot for sports. I have been part of different organizations of the government. But if I do win Miss Universe Philippines, I do know that the role is to represent the organization. I'm willing to learn more about the advocacy of Miss Universe Philippines, to work with them, to empower women, and to believe and stand by all the values that they also believe in. Green represents the phenomenal woman. Aside from it being the color of life, in my experience, it is the color of champions. I graduated from De La Salle University with 3 championships in my back, and I know that this is a color that inspires and empowers and shows off a strong and confident, phenomenal woman. I'm biased. Allow me to be. Yes, Bob. I work from home as an athlete. We cannot have physical trainings. And one of the most important values that I've learned is to be disciplined. Nobody is watching you. Nobody is telling you what to do. You have to know what it takes to become better. And that is my goal every single day. And it takes so much discipline to wake up in the morning, to set a schedule, despite not having physical work and not being able to report to a physical office. It's very important for children, for workers, and for office mates in general.
There is one spot in Quezon City where the natural like to promote the world.
Super dami din. Quezon City Circle, I must say. It was one of the most popular landmarks of Quezon City. But more than that, it's a place that I've been to ever since I was young. And recently, because of the pageant, I was able to visit and film there. And I've seen how much they preserved it. The culture, the beauty, and you can see so much. The Tomb of Manuel L. Quezon, the Philippine Car Museum, if you haven't visited, is a definite must place to go. Yes, Pop.
What local products do you want?
We all know Quezon City is popular for the celebrities. Our main product is people, entertainment. But in this journey for Miss Universe Philippines, I'd really like to promote garments and textile. If you are not familiar with Kamuning Textile Market, it's very popular and a lot of people go. And I know that with our everyday activities, being a Miss Universe Philippines candidate, I can showcase different designers and the different products from my own city.
What's one thing young people should focus on?
Young people should focus on their dreams. And to achieve those dreams, you have to prepare yourself and equip yourself. Keep on learning, keep on growing, keep on taking risks. But at the end of the day, our dreams are our own. And no matter how much people criticize you or put you down, you have to empower yourself first before you want to empower others. Thank you. Yes, because when people think about Quezon City, instantly it's GMA, ABS, artistas, but we have a lot of designers in Timog alone, and that's because they're close to Kamuning, the resource for textile. Thank you po. Have a great day. Thank you. I love Q&A. I love being asked questions, especially if it's about myself and my city. I'm very proud of my hometown. So it was a very easy and casual interview.
Thank you. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Ako po si Faye Dominic Tabeso, representing Quezon Province. Woo! Yes. Opo, hininga ko pag-akit ng stairs. Yes. Okay na po. Okay po. Dami. Ako, when I was born, tinatawag nila, nung nakita ko ni mami ko, sabi niya, ay, parang napalitan yung anak ko. Kasi po, maitim ako nung bata pa ako. Pero, yung lolo ko nagtiwala sa akin. First, yung nakita po niya ako, sabi na sa akin, ay, gaganda pa yan. So, sobrang positive na lolo ko. Kaya naman noong 7th birthday, ang request niya po sa akin, ang wish niya sa akin, sabi niya, ate, gusto ko sumali ka ng Miss Universe Philippines. And that's why I am here. Ay, tapos na yun? Wait lang po, may sasabihin pa ako. Ay, ganun lang pala kabilis. Oo, so, hindi ko pa na yung ending ko. Okay.
What is one thing for your
Kalikasan. Our Mother Nature provides us always so many wonderful and useful things that we could ever imagine, from beautiful sights to food and shelter, and these are all vital for living. Thus, I would like to encourage everyone to take care of our natural resources for the sake of our children and for our future. We must do more to combat all aggravating factors that threaten our Mother Nature. After all, our planet can live even without us humans, but we cannot live without our planet. Sakto. Ay, by the way, ang ganda po ng bamboo tumbler. Yes. Gift ko po sa mami ko yung bamboo tumbler bago ako pumunta dito. And birthday niya kahapon. Yes. And she loves the environment like me. That's why I'm wearing green because it's color of life, it's color of freshness and beauty. One learning experience when I was a child. One learning experience ko, yung nag-join talaga ako ng first pageant. Hindi ko po talaga siya sinasabi kasi it was a devastated po ang family ko. Hindi ko siya tinake seriously. Wala rin akong proper training. Kaya sabi ko sa sarili ko, ay babawi ako. Noong JS Prom po sabi ko, Mommy, I will make you proud. Noong JS Prom, nag-training na ako, hinanda ko yung dress ko, and then nanalo ko. I was a dream girl way back then, yung third year high school ko. Sorry. Sakto. Sumasakto na. I learned during this pandemic, ang pinaka-importante lang sa lahat is life, ang pinaka-importante yung loved ones mo and yung uh, love and family. Yun yung importante. And sa advocacy ko rin, we should think like a dog. Kasi ang thinking ng dog, simple lang. Makakain siya, makatulog siya, at may family na may nagmamahal sa kanya, masaya na siya. And that's what I like. I am simple girl, nagaling sa probinsya. Ngayon nandito na ako. At gusto ko sabihin sa mga... sorry. Oo, later na lang po sa... If ever na may question pa. If I win Miss Universe Philippines, I'm planning to promote my, plano ko po tulungan ng mga inspiring girls din na hindi ganun kagaling mag-English, pero gusto nilang sumali ng mga national pageant kasi ako yung true representation na kahit ako, nagtatagalog ako, basta ikaw ay may puso na sumagot, kaya mo makipagsabayan sa sa lahat ng magagaling na ladies, ay kaya mo din. Kaya to all the women out there who are not good in speaking English, come on, join me and let's make a change. Thank you. I think the color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman is what I am wearing, color green. Because color green symbolizes life, which is like coconut. From Quezon Province, ang coconut po ay parang tree of life. And I am proud of it. And yun po yung nagsisymbolize ng color ko, color green. Like the environment, I love the environment, I love the nature. That's why they love me back as well. Yes.
So what do you think are kailangan skills? Kailangan develop skills. And work from home is now part of it.
I think isa talaga sa kailangan i-develop as skills kung paano mag-log in sa Zoom, kung paano gumamit ng mga gadgets. Kasi po yun po yung pinakauna mong kailangan gawin. It's to learn how to use the simple gadgets like cellphone, laptop, and sana dapat mabilis ang wifi para po hindi mapuputol ang mga work. Kasi yun yung naniniwala ko na kailangan nila. And that is essential right now. To learn how to use the devices. Opo. Mm-hmm. Ako po kasi Tagalogban, Quezon ako. Kaya po kung ako magpo-promote, ipopromote ko ang Kamay ni Jesus. Kasi ito yung healing church namin. At ako ay proud dito kasi marami mga turista talaga ang pumupunta dito every Holy Week para magdasal, para magpagaling, at para mag-reflect kung ano ba ang kailangan nilang gawin para ma-improve nila sa sarili nila. And yun po yung one thing na gusto kong i-promote sa lahat. Pumunta kayo sa Quezon, kumain kayo ng pasitaba, then magaling sa lokal. That's all. Thank you. Yes, nakakagutom ako. Pero kaya pa naman. Yes, kaya-kaya. Yes. Hashtag love local. Siyempre po yung keeping. Kasi po, I'm from Quezon Province. Bahiyas Festival po yung aming sineselebrate every May 15. Kaya gusto ko pa po mas makilala pa internationally ang keeping. Ito po ay lash-shaped na leaf na ginagawa rin siyang chandelier. At pwede rin siyang kainin kapag gutom ka na. Sasawsaw mo lang siya sa sugar. Yun, masarap po siya. Oo. Pero meron na ngayon iba't ibang klase ng keeping. Kasi nag-innovate na kami, meron na rin siyang abaka, meron na rin plastic, para po may export siya sa international. I believe that yung kailangan mag-focus is yung pag-aaral. Kasi education is the passport to success. Naniniwala ako dito. Kung may proper education ka, magagawa mo lahat. Kasi ngayon po, ang mga kabataan ngayon, napapariwala na. Kaya gusto ko rin po i-encourage sila na mahalin ang sarili nila. And huwag lang sila mag-focus sa mga gadgets. Mag-focus sila sa pagko-communicate sa kanilang family members, sa kanilang mga friends. Kung nade-depress man sila, dapat meron silang friend or family na nag-support sa kanila. So that Thank you. Thank you so much. I enjoyed my interview today. Opo. Marami pa po gusto sabihin. Thank you. Kain na po kayo.
Say hello, Miss Rizal. How are you feeling?
Hello. I'm actually very anxious before I went here kasi I woke up very early and then a lot of things that fall into place. So when I went down, akala ko ako na. Tapos ko panic na ako. But right now, since we're still waiting, and then I got to talk to like my family members, my friends, I'm more calm now. Magandang hapon po. Kamusta po kayo? I will feed you with energy. Will that be okay, Char? All right, okay. All right. Well, hi, I'm Erica Evangelista. I'm 25. I'm representing the province of Rizal. And besides representing Miss Universe Philippines, I actually also designed my dress, which was made for Gazini Granados for Miss Universe Philippines Atlanta 2019. And now I'm wearing it today as my co-star interview. Natuwa talaga ako. One beautiful word in Tagalog. I think pagmamahal. I think because, love is just like a short term. But when you say pagmamahal, it's like super long and it has that big meaning. It's not just, love. Meron siyang emphasis on the word, so you really do feel love. And that's my favorite word in Tagalog. I think one of the biggest learning experiences as a child was actually not having to pursue my dream at 16. Because I always wanted to become a fashion designer, but because he had a very practical family, I really had a hard time pursuing them for me to take fashion design. So to have a financially stable future, they asked me to actually study marketing instead. And I'm very happy na I'm standing here right now fulfilling my dreams and also, actually having fulfilled my other dream. Okay. Sumakto, di ba? Gumagaling na ako mag 30 seconds. Yung daldal ko pa naman, alam yan ni Mama J. I think the most important lesson that I've learned during this pandemic is compassion. You don't know what people are going through. Sometimes people have lost their jobs, their livelihood, a loved one. So you always have to be kind. You always have to be compassionate. I think, during this pandemic, most especially, it's very important that we uplift people who have broken dreams because a lot of people don't want to dream right now. And I want to encourage people that even in the darkest times, there is still hope that you can still fulfill their dreams. And that's what I plan to do as Miss Universe Philippines 2020. I think it's color yellow because a phenomenal woman should be bright, should be the light, should be happy, and should be like sunshine. I think the skills that you really need is I think you really need to be dedicated because if you aren't, when you work at home, you will leave a lot of things behind. And since I've actually been working at home ever since, it's good that I'm prepared for this situation, but it's also difficult because you have so many time in your hands. So you have to be very dedicated. You have to be a planner and you have to see all aspects that you need to see. I think it's the museums in Angono. I've actually have a community there now. My national costume is painted there also, so I'm very excited to show it to you guys. And it's beautiful because all of these artists are very, helping each other. And they always, create art that has meaning. It's about the community. It's about our Filipino nation. And it's something that is needed right now because it's forgotten. in Rizal, alright? Specifically, I actually really want to support paintings because a lot of people don't really buy paintings anymore. And I think it's a good investment because, paintings can go as high and low, most especially when your artist get known. And it's also a part of, a story of an artist. And I think it's good to invest in those local things. I think one thing that young people should focus on is having or believing in themselves, having that confidence to set their heart on something and definitely pursue it. And I want that to be my message as Miss Universe 2020, hopefully this year. Thank you. Thank you. I had so much fun. Kinakabahan ako ng onte, but oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much po. Thank you. Maraming salamat. I think I want to inspire anybody who wants to be a beauty queen because a lot of people are scared with Q&A and they think that it's very difficult. But when you try to share your story and you just try to tell it the way that you would really tell it to your friends, I think you would really be successful in doing good in Q&A. Good afternoon. Maayong adlaw. Good day, everyone. My name is Maria Fe Marano Taharan. I'm 24 years old. I'm representing the province of Romblon, which is the marble capital of the Philippines. That is why my national costume is also inspired by marble. And also, Romblon is first, the source of income is agriculture. And so my final gown is palay, inspired by palay. Maramong salamat. That's for me is very beautiful. Saying thank you every time you receive or you give, it's very beautiful for me. It means you're a grateful person, and it's very important to be always grateful. The life experience that really made an impact for me is when my father died. We were all girls. I'm the youngest. We were called like a princess because my dad is like a knight in shining armor. When he died, everything changes. My mom has to work hard. I have to do something to help them just to survive. And my mom is very kind and very strong and at the same time very hardworking. She never asked us to stop studying. She said, kaya natin to. Oh my gosh, naiiyak ako. She said, kaya natin to. Ilalaban. Sorry. The most important lesson that I've learned is be grateful. Even the simplest thing, even the smallest one, you have to be grateful because in these dark times, everyone is suffering, so full of suffering. Many families lost their loved ones, and you have to see the brighter side. Just be grateful about everything that you're waking up early in the morning. You have food in the table. Just be grateful. If I were to become Miss Universe Philippines, it will be an honor. And for me, it's like fulfilling a mission. I will use my voice to be a greater service for others. And I love giving back to my community. During this quarantine, I actually made a fundraising. I sold my clothes so that I can donate for the less fortunate families in our communities. For me, it feels fulfilling to give back. The color that represents for me a phenomenal woman is red because it's bold, it's fierce, it's strong.
So, work from home is really malalaman. So, what do you think when you see your what is the skill for this so-called workplace?
I think we need to adapt because we have to adjust. The virus won't adjust for us, so we have to be open for the possibilities that this might continue and be hopeful that hopefully this will end soon.
there's one spot for things people of Lord, whether it's Chinese or natural, that's promoting the world. That's what it is.
With no doubt, I will promote Bonbon Beach. It's the sandbar. It's actually shown in my tourism video. It's so beautiful. I feel like if I will be there for even just for a minute, I will forget all the sadness and heartaches in life. It's like a sweet escape. It's just a beautiful place. And I wish you can all visit.
Pwede pa tayo.
Yes.
You know, there's a very popular movement now. So hashtag love Lola. You want to ask me what local partners do you want to support?
Of course, I would like to push our Marbol because Romblon is the capital of Romblon is the capital marble of the Philippines, and I feel like I saw some marble in other cities, and they're selling it to very expensive, and I feel like it's a disadvantage for Rombloman who really put an effort and skills, and they're just buying it for cheap prices. So I wanted to promote it to the Philippines and to the world that they should put value in it and see the worth and the beauty of it.
The last question is what's one thing you think young people should focus
Now that we're facing pandemic, I think the one thing that the young generation should focus on is um, hmm, being hopeful that there will always be a rainbow after the rain, that they should always believe in God, that everything's happened for a reason, that this pandemic, it may be painful, but it teaches us a lesson. Sometimes we need a painful situation just to change our ways. Thank you. Gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm very thankful for all of you sa mga kababayan ko because they've been my supporters since day one and just met. Of course, I'm very busy, so sorry kung di ako naka-reply, but I read all the messages and if I have time, of course, mag-reply ako. And I'm super thankful, happy, grateful. I'm super grateful. Kung wala, hindi dahil sa inyo guys, I won't be motivated and inspired to it. And I will win this. Promise. Okay. Yes. Hinihingal po ako pag akyat. Yes. Hi, I'm Carissa Kiza. I'm 20 years old and I'm representing the province of Surigao del Norte. I'm currently a third-year college student and I'm taking up secondary education major in English. I think the most beautiful language in my province is Marajao. So it means you're good, you're great, and that's one qualities that I would like to possess in competing in Miss Universe Philippines. That I am Marajao and every Surigaonan is Marajao. Yes. I think it is the experience that when my parents get separated, so coming from a broken home was never easy, and that those life experiences taught me a lot, and it became part of who I am today. I've learned that we have to value every little things, and I realize that every little thing counts and matters. That during this time of pandemic, we have to give value, appreciate everything that we have in our lives unless it's gone. So this pandemic taught me a lot. It even helps me to discover my strengths and my weaknesses, and that I finally find my purpose, which is to be greater than any challenges. So if ever I win in this Miss Universe Philippines, I want to amplify the voice of the indigenous community, which is mainly my purpose in joining Miss Universe, and that I want to show to the universe what Surigao has to offer, and that we have a very rich biodiversity, culture, and traditions in my province. I think the color that symbolizes phenomenal woman is gold. A phenomenal woman, someone who bright, who shine bright, splendid and sparkling. That everything could be. I mean, everyone could be phenomenal in her own little way, and that every little thing, our purpose, our individual platforms, and that we are really driven by this purpose. That amid the pandemic that we are now facing, we are conquering the universe, and we have a story to tell. That we are really braver and we are greater. Okay. Yes. I think we have to develop creativity within us. So even if we are working from home and we are being quarantined in our home, we can do something out of creativity. We can either think of new ideas to discover something that might actually help us to have a better lives and to help us to arise from this pandemic. Yes. Probably I want to promote Siargao Island. So it is known to be the surfing capital of the Philippines, and it is my pride and honor to tell everyone that our province is very rich in biodiversity. You can actually found both fauna and flora that we are having in our province, and that people don't know it that we have a very most skillful people in my province. There are actually a lot of products in my province, but yeah, I'm wearing this kind of fabrics that I want to promote in the whole wide world. That this is actually made by skillful people in Surigao, the Surigao, and that. And then when we hear about supporting locals, it means it doesn't only mean that we boost the economy, but we are also promoting the beauty of diversity and the culture in my province. And that's one thing that I would like to advocate: support local. I think people like me, like young girls anywhere, should embrace who they really are, because it is mainly one way on overcoming your fears and overcoming challenges. And I believe if you're being true to yourself, it reflects your own personality. It exudes strong personality, which is one thing that can never be taken from you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. To all Surganans out there, I know words are not enough to thank all of you, but thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I want you to know that I know that I'm not alone, because I have all of you. And yeah, let's do this. And I want you all to know that this fight is for you, and I dedicate this performance for you. So I'm just really excited. I have nervousness. I actually have stage fright, but I can feel it calming down because I'm more sure of who I am. So when I'm gonna be there, I'm just excited to showcase all of the work that I've been doing. I know you're hungry. Thank you very much. It's Mark Bumgarn. Yes. I'm very happy because this is the first time I get to wear Mark. So I'm very blessed. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Grab it. Okay. Okay, since it's the last part, I'm gonna make something fun. I don't know if all of you know, but I really wish to have a tree house. I want to build my own little tree house because of Siargao. That is one of my biggest dreams, Rebecca. But not just any tree house; it's a tiny tree house. So that is something that's really dear to me, and I want to have a sustainable place where I can just grow my vegetables, get my water. That's really what I would like. Thank you. Meron dami ng word ng gusto ko sa Tagalog, but I think the best word that I can describe is mabuhay. Because it's so unique. It's the only thing that once you announce yourself, that's the first thing that you say. You say mabuhay, and everybody knows naman that you're from the Philippines. So that's the word I choose. I have many actually, but the one that I would love to go back to is my childhood. And my childhood, because I had such an amazing time with my mom and dad. They come from different cultures, but I had to embrace both of them. My Filipino side, my French side, and at the same time, I grew up sa Macau. So, meron ako ng Chinese also. So, I learned Chinese, and at the same time, after Chinese, I also went to a Portuguese school. So, it was a lot to embrace, but I really learned so much. And what I learned is that we all have different traditions, cultures. Thank you. Sorry. There are many lessons I've learned during this pandemic. I feel like I become a woman during this pandemic. I became 26 years old. I faced a lot of challenges. I went from having no team to being my own style team to being my own financial supporter to being my number one rooter. And that is one of the biggest lessons that I can say is that I'm so proud to be in Miss Universe Philippines. Even with the pandemic, I feel that I'm accomplishing one of my biggest dreams. And it's a very big challenge, but I can say that I'm confident in who I am and who I'm becoming, and I'm so happy. Thank you, Direk. Sorry. Well, if I do get the chance to be Miss Universe Philippines, the thing that I would say the most is how about mental health? It's something really dear to me because I've experienced depression. I've been through a lot of abuse in my life, and I don't want anyone to have a stigma behind it. I want people to understand and be more open-minded to open communication in your family, especially here sa Pinas. I feel like a lot of us have this crab mentality. A lot of us have a lot of things that we don't want to share to the world, and that's something that I know it's my advantage because I firsthand was there and know. Thank you. I would say morena skin, and that's something that I really embrace. A lot of the people here said Philippines, unfortunately, we have been brainwashed for maybe just embracing white people's skin, but that's not actually our colors because we are different types of Filipino. All of us have different colors, and you should embrace all of them. But for me, I'm a morena, so I will embrace morena. That's what I would choose. Thank you.
Work from home is now part of it.
Yes.
So what do you think the skills needed to for this new type of for this new workspace, for new workplace of the
There's a lot of things that we need. For sure, of course, we need to put our health in first hand. Like I said, I think mental health is very important, but I would also go with things that are simple, like bakery or food. That's essential for this time. I think that's the things that are keeping us going. You know, we have to support our local brands. We have to support all of our friends. Even the fashion industry is getting a big hit. So if we can do anything from Zoom online, anything that is communicating still, I know it's very difficult, but it's something that we will need and we can do. Thank you.
is this one's place or staff is the key.
Yes.
Whether it's man-made or natural, that we want to promote to the world. What
Yes. Well, I live next to, I'm very fortunate to be near Fourth Strip. So I really, really like this place because it has a bunch of everything. We are known to be an entertainment zone, but at the same time, we have our sustainability. So thankful for all of the people that have their own in the Mindaman backyard, but their own balcony. They can grow also their veggies and fruits. But the place that I would say for me is Fourth Strip, one of my favorite coffee places, and it has because coffee. Yeah. Yes. Well, I yesterday when I had my rehearsals, I was wearing Bench, and they have local made products now. So I'm really really proud of that. So I would promote Bench because it's very affordable. It's very Filipino. All of the things that are made there are authentic, and I like to wear something that is representing of us. Thank you. Okay, there are many things that young people should focus on, but one of the biggest things that they should focus on is how to be confident in yourself. What does that mean exactly? You have to ask the most difficult questions. What do you want to do with your life? What is your biggest purpose? What is something that will make you happy? Because a lot of young people have the opportunity to learn so much. We have the internet, and that's so a gift in itself. You can learn so many things. Ako naman, I learned my makeup in my internet. So that is one of the biggest advantages. But we need to learn how to use our things properly. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know that you're all tired, but just one more lang, and then we're good. Salamat. To all of my supporters, all of the Lemonades, every single person that is actually supporting the Miss Universe Philippines, I want to thank you so much. I know that this is not the pageant that you all expected due to the pandemic, but we are doing so much hard work and we're trying to keep up the energy. It is sleepless nights. A lot of work has been gone through these 9 months, and I really want to say thank you so much for still being here, still supporting us, ladies. And from the bottom of my heart, my Lemonades, I love you so much. Thank you to my family, to my boyfriend, to be my number one supporter, and I love you.
Tired, I'm sorry. Don't worry, I have the last one. I was born and raised in Gupian, Dumian, Zamboanga del Sur. I am a licensed criminologist and 25 years old, but not yet working. Yes, ma'am. Matinabangon. It means be kind, helpful, and willing to take a rest for the people of Zamboanga del Sur. um, I experienced problem less. It means that in my childhood, I didn't meet problems, and I am so happy. I am just very fun. But then, as I grow up, I realized that uh, we take different challenges, different difficulties in life just to be able to reach your life goal. uh, Having a strong faith with our Creator, because in everything we do, we still go back to Him, whatever circumstances. Uh, just like this pandemic, we cannot help ourselves, but having a good and strong faith with Him, because we know that He is the only way that can make impossible things to possible. If given a chance to win this crown, I know there's a lot of people don't believe me, but I believe myself. So uh, having that crown, I can be able to help a lot. I have the opportunity, I have the power because I have connection. So by that, I can help so many people, especially in our area. Honestly, we are not, we still experiencing um, hunger and in many area. So, sorry. Asking color, light color, like yellow. That's one of my favorite kasi when makita nato nga light kay siya, like makita nimo nga pero bitaw siya sun nga nag-reflect, makahatag siya iwag sa tanan labi na atong na nitnitan or nakabati og darkness inside.
For me, through social media, I think isa na siya sa pinaka kailangan i-work because tanan na to karon nag-work ta through social media, and I think internet is pinaka-important para sa ato ang tanan kay makakonect mata through the universe through that, and I think kana mo ay pinaka-importante. Sorry.
Ito, tanong mo na parang merong one place sa someone that is whether man-made or natural, na gusto mong itumbang sa mundo. Ano ito?
Akong i-promote ang akong town, which is Dumingag. We won One World Award Organic, the whole country. Ako ano siyang ipalay ng promote kay chance kay nga na ako din hiog padayon din na ako suportaan kay sila pud nagasuporta na ako din karon. O nabati na ako nga isa sila sa usog nga magpabilin sa amo ang organic o natural source ipabilin kay dili siya mawala kay nature is very important to us human.
My question is, ngayon, gusto yung hashtag Love Local.
Yes.
Ano
With the connection of his answer, oo, organic wine. We have organic wine, like wala talaga siyang mix, kundi organic lang, tapos preserve. And healthy siya para inumin kahit bata, matanda, or any age. So, kung ma-introduce ko siya through local, national, or even international, mas masaya, mas happy ako na galing sa town ko. We have strawberry wine, we have Louis A. We make it wine, and I have there, and I'm going to give it to for this one.
ano sa tingin mo, para sa mga bata, kabataan, ano saan mo sila?
So, I feeling ko, I believe they should focus their dream, because just like me, I focus my dream. That's why I am here. I believe and I know that this dream will give me a right path, and I believe on that dream. Thank you so much.
This has been a fruitful and enriching segment of the competition, learning the best bits of every Miss Universe Philippines candidates, sharing with us their most significant pageant core skills. We now have a very good idea who among the 45 phenomenal women have a greater chance of becoming the first ever Miss Universe Philippines. The game has finally changed. The ones who stood out and shined the brightest now has a great Our Miss Universe Philippines pageant mentors, Attorney Nat Bronze and Teresa Licaros, both have agreed that there are no wrong or right answers in beauty pageants. What matters is how genuinely the girls deliver their stand on important issues. However, pageant critics say that questions these days are rather political, and it puts our finalists in a very tight spot. The challenge today is how well they can defend their stand and how big their heart is to come up with sincere and heartfelt messages. It's a beautiful day, Philippines, and this is the third batch of Miss Universe Philippines question and answer preliminaries. This is the game changer.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm a licensed dentist and an advocate for oral health awareness. I am a COVID survivor, and I'm really grateful to be standing here in front of all of you. And I'm thankful to the people who made that happen. My family, my friends, my supporters, the Isabeleños, and the Miss Universe Philippines organization. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
What is one word in your local language? And what does it mean?
It would be mabalo. It means thank you. I'm really thankful for everyone who helped me to get through this journey, and to everyone, to my rock and my foundation to be able to get up to this bar.
What one learning experience that you had as a child made much impact on you?
It would be when I failed at something. It really impacted me to the point that I should be pushing myself hard. Failure shouldn't be a setback for me. I should be working hard on it, and I should learn from that experience to be able to.
What one major lesson did you learn from your experiences during this pandemic?
One major lesson that I've learned during this pandemic would be perseverance. Throughout this journey, I have experienced a lot of setbacks, and I know that those setbacks shouldn't hold me from achieving what I want in life. I should persevere and continue and move on to whatever dreams that I want to achieve and whatever that I want to do despite this pandemic.
You made this university. How will you help your community?
If I win Miss Universe Philippines, I would definitely use my advocacy, my passion, which is oral health awareness. I will use that as an advantage, and I will use Miss Universe Philippines for a bigger platform to pursue that advocacy to help my community and change the world one smile at a time.
Which color symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
A color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman would be violet. It means power, and it means that whatever it is, whatever journey you're on, you have to take up space and be yourself. That way, it would empower you and achieve whatever you want in life.
Working from home is not anymore. What skills does the workplace teach? Working from home is not anymore. What skills is the workplace in the future?
A skill that the new normals should have or should practice is patience. During this time, a lot of setbacks has been happening, and we have to be patient with everything. We have to focus ourselves on moving forward.
Name one spot, man, neighbor, natural, bigger province that you would like to promote to the world.
One spot that I would want to show to the world is the Isabela National Park. It's something that symbolizes the whole Isabela. It has the Queen Isabella, the statue of Queen Isabella there, and it symbolizes the beauty and the origin of my province.
There's a campaign to hashtag love local. Which local product would you promote?
One local product that I want to promote would be the handmade bags. It's something that is uniquely made, well, not just in my province, but everywhere else in the Philippines. And we should be proud of whatever we are making, whatever products we are producing, because it.
What one thing young people like you should focus on?
One thing young people like me should focus on would be their goals in life. We should all be focused on our journey towards achieving that goal, and whatever circumstances, whatever hardship we may encounter, we should just move on and continue to achieve that.
Right now we are with Miss Kalinga. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling excited for today, especially that we'll be able to share our struggles and also our preparations for this pageant. Sanay ang lang sa Baguio. Pause. Hi, Nabipian Algao, Candiga Luzon. I'm Noreen Victoria Mangawit, representing the province of Kalinga. I'm a civil servant, and I am a proud member of the indigenous peoples. I take pride of our culture. One of these is batok, the tradition of the blues. Another is laga, our native fabrics and weaves, and of course, our people. I consider them, I think, as one of the most hospitable people, not only in the Philippines, but in the whole universe.
What is one beautiful word in your local language and what is
um, One beautiful word from our local language would be namnama. Namnama is hope. Um, just like the Miss Universe Philippines, we are here as harbingers of hope. And I am here full of hope and dreams to show the universe that the beautiful transformations I've come and I've overcome, and this one thing that I learned from my childhood is to be gracious to other people, to share my blessings to other people. I am an only child, but then I was not a brat. My parents would always call on me to share to other people because we may be living in the same world, but we're facing different realities. And that's why we should always show kindness to others. During this pandemic, it is really a time of self reflection. It's a time for me to reconnect with the people I love, even via online, because I'm working as a civil servant and it has really took a lot of my time focusing on my career. And aside from that, it's really to care more for others. Aside from being resilient, you need to care more for others because again, we're facing different realities. If I win the crown as the Miss Universe Philippines, I've always considered this as a conversation that goes beyond speaking. And as an indigenous people, it is allowing inclusivity, allowing representation of one of the most overlooked sector of society, the indigenous peoples. And I will be here not only to be a face of the brand, but to speak for a brand that um, call this something that would a phenomenal woman is a bold color. Bold color would be red, orange, anything that is bold because you need to stand out. You're phenomenal because you have the confidence to stand out. And I am here today because I have mustered up the courage to stand confident. Thank you. Yes.
so what do you think your so-called what do you
What you need is to work beyond beyond your line of duty. It's really a call to not to, to consider the your clients as your family as well, because there are no more other people who would help them and care for them if you do not start it with yourself. And you need to be more empathic in trying to deliver the best service that is needed. I would like to promote my home in Limos, Pinoco, because it is where I grew up, and I saw the struggles of the people coming from there, the struggles of the children just to go to school. And I believe that education is something that democratizes the playing field for people. And I want to show the universe that there is something that is going on like that. Yes? The local product that I want to promote is coffee. Because in Kalinga, we have that's why I call them most hospitable, because you will not pass a household without getting a fresh brewed cup of coffee in Kalinga. And I take pride of that because um, tourists or visitors from all over the world would always say, wow, even they do not have something, or even they are poor, they have coffee to offer. One thing that people, young professionals or a woman like me, should focus on being resilient. Being resilient in times of crisis, so that you should not, even though you are pulled back or you have your own setbacks, but you will conquer this and be phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Agyama na.
You want to say a little message for the people from your hometown?
Kabimpian Algaw Kanikay Rasan, I'm Marine Victoria Mangawit, and I hope that you continue supporting me in my journey for the Miss Universe Philippines Agyama na Club. Good morning. Algaw. Yes. Mm-hmm. Ngayong pagka-Aldao, I am Trisha Bartolomeo Campo, representing La Union. I've always dreamt of becoming a doctor like my mom, but for now, I manage our clinics here in Baguio and La Trinidad, where we give our services for free. So that's what I want to promote: accessible and affordable health to everyone who is. Beautiful word in Ilocano, I would say nasimput. Nasimput is good, because I think every Ilocano, not all Ilocanos, but I think everyone, the whole Filipino community is very good. We are very friendly when it comes to our neighboring countries and to everyone we encounter with. We always do it with a smile. Mhm. The learning experience that I've gained as a child was to become strong-hearted. I was raised by an Ilocano mother, and she is also a breast cancer survivor for 21 years. So I've been taught to always be strong by heart and to never be affected of any criticisms that we have, and to whatever challenges that come to our lives. So just be strong and just be yourself. Mm-hmm. The greatest lesson that I've learned, I guess, would be to value family, your time with your family. I've been very busy ever since I graduated, and I took my family for granted. We do not meet at home that much because of our busy lives, but because of this pandemic, I've spent time with them. They're my source of happiness, and I think that we should all value our families while we're still here on earth. If I would win, I would promote, of course, the accessible healthcare. I think that's the most that I can do to give the blessing of life, to share that blessing of life to us who are in need, to everyone who needs healthcare services, because it's not that accessible when it comes to our remote areas here in the Philippines. I would say probably light blue. Light blue is like the sky, and the universe is the sky, And I think that we have no limitations. We have everything. We have all of the resources, and we just should know how to use them when it comes to our life. Oh, I did not know that. It's okay.
So what skills do you see
Mhm.
so-called workplace?
I think everything is online already. So if working online is that accessible to our homes, then I think that we should be more knowledgeable in video chats, how to operate a computer, and I think that's the most that we can do right now, as long as we still have this pandemic with us. And yeah, I think that's the skill that would be most helpful right now.
This one spot, a candid or natural,
Mm-hmm.
the food like
Mm-hmm. I would say, of course, the surfing capital of the Philippines is La Union, so I would say the beaches of San Juan. San Juan has the most epic sunsets, and I think that a lot of people would enjoy our beaches there, since Philippines is really known for our beaches, our beautiful beaches, and there's a lot of places to eat. We also have a lot of more socio-economic activities, so that's where I would want to go. Yes, Papi. The local product that I want to promote is, I would say, daing. La Union is also known for being capital for daing as well. So I know it's kind of fishy when you want to, when you hear about it, but I think that it's very unique, and it's something that a lot of, what do you call this, countries don't know about. So once they want to taste our daing, it's something new, something that they would want to enjoy and have knowledge about. Mm-hmm.
what's one thing young people like you should focus on?
Young people like me should focus on themselves, ourselves, because in here in social, we have this social media who kind of brainwashes everyone to be perfect and to be someone that we are not. We should be really authentic to ourselves, know what we want, know our goals, and just dream big and just be yourselves. Thank you. Thank you. Agyaman ako, Nay.
Miss La Union, how was your Q&A?
It was nerve-wracking, I should say, but I think I really did really good. I made the judges laugh and I made them smile, so I think I did really good.
Okay, Miss Laguna, what are your expectations for this said interview?
Well, as of now, I am totally nervous because this is the first time that I will be put under the spotlight, because I used to be the one who's interviewing hundreds of applicants. But my expectations right now is just to show to all the judges and to everyone who will be watching our interview of who I am, of what I wanted to be, and at the same time, what kind of a phenomenal woman I am.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hindi naman po. Medyo malamig lang.
I'm not so used with the cold. All right.
All right. Magna cum laude. Was not valedictorian, but magna cum laude, yeah. Big bloomer. Good morning again, everyone. I am Joan Delatorio Flores. I am a proud Lagunense, a proud scholar ng bayan, a hotelier by profession, and now an aspiring beauty queen, and at the same time, education advocate. For me, it will always be mabuhay, because it's greeting people with a smile and at the same time being proud of our language. It was when I cursed and then died curtly. It taught me that to never tell something bad about the people around me. To become adaptive to changes, because this situation put a lot of changes in our life, And it is very important that we know how to deal with it and cope with it so that we will come out stronger from this pandemic and challenges.
How do you plan to help the community?
If I win Miss Universe Philippines, definitely I will bring them joy and hope already. So I am already helping them. But at the same time, I would like to initiate activities and movements that will help them during this pandemic. It could be food drive, it could be helping the students in our community.
What color do you think represents the national world?
Blue. Because aside from it being the color of our province, color blue is the color of the sky, the color of the water. For me, and it's a color of life. And a phenomenal woman is someone that shares and at the same time let life blossoms.
So working from home is now part of the new norm.
Yes.
So what kind of skills do you think is needed to so-called workplace of the future?
I think that this, just like what I mentioned, it is being able to adapt to it because working from home is definitely so different than working in an office setup. You have the family with you, there could be a lot of distractions, and once you are able to adapt to the current place or environment that you have, you will definitely be able to do your job more effectively and efficiently.
Another question is, if you have to name one spot that is either man-made or natural from Laguna,
Okay,
what would it be? If you'd like to promote
that I would like.
the entire world,
Well, definitely it will be from my home city, which is in Pablo City, known to be the city of seven lakes. Can you imagine that? Seven lakes in one city. So I would like to promote that seven lakes in our city to the whole world. That this is the gift that we receive from nature, and still consistently being protected and provide livelihood to the people of San Pableños. Oh no, I'm so sorry, but I'm very familiar with the kanta ng aming city. Yeah, so San Pablo City.
so that's song of the seven.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a K-pop fan now, so I know more of the Blackpink songs. Yeah.
Two more questions. First one I'll ask is, there's a campaign called Love Local.
Yeah.
So you focus on this one.
Now, what I wanted to promote is the with water lily bags and other products that came from with water lily, because water lily is one of the major problems in Laguna Lake, and now the locals of Laguna are so creative, so talented that they were able to turn this problem into a solution that will actually benefit the community and the people of Laguna. So that is the product that I really wanted to promote to everyone. I actually brought two bags with me. I used one during my arrival in Manila, and I'm planning to use the other one for the coming days.
And the last question is, what is that one thing you think young people like you should focus on?
I think young people like me should focus on our goals because there's so many things going around in our environment. The pressure from the society, pressure that we see in the social media, that sometimes we forget what really our goals are. So we should focus on our goals, on our dreams, on what we really want it to be, not on what other people wanted us to be. I'm done. Thank you so much. I will. Nakakahiya. I'm from Laguna and I don't know that song. And I know the Blackpink songs. But I'll look for that. Thank you for sharing.
We are here with Miss Makati. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm great. I'm so excited for later's interview.
What would you do if someone asks you a question that you cannot answer?
I think I would have to be honest if I can't answer anything about it, but I'll try my best to answer as much as I can. Hi, everybody. Hello. Okay, so I'm Ivana Kimos de Vicencio Pasis. I'm 24 years old, representing Makati City. I'm a professional events host. I'm a writer. I'm also a runway and commercial model, and I do advocate for suicide prevention awareness. Yes po. Oh, I think it have to be. It's a very, it's a very
Wait lang po. Just wait po guys. I wanna check muna kasi po nawala po yung bigla po nag-brown out. Pero stay lang po kayo dyan ha. Don't forget to please like and subscribe everybody. Mamaya po 8 p.m. at saka 8 p.m. po yung swimsuit natin. Wait, I wanna continue, okay? Start na po siya. Sige po. Stay lang po muna. Sorry po sa abala. Sorry po sa lahat ng naabala po. Sorry po. Po. Sana maintindihan niyo po ako. Sorry po ha guys. Sorry po. Sorry talaga po. Okay, nahanap ko na po ulit. And ito na. Sa mga nanonood, huwag natin kalimutan to please like and subscribe para updated kayo mamaya. Okay, para po maging updated tayo sa susunod nating gawain mamaya. Kasi po mamaya, we will having our preliminary for the evening gown at saka swimsuit po. Okay, sige po. Jeremy Basco, just wait for a while. Shout out muna. Sorry po ha. Sige, wait na po. Ito na po. I'm sorry po sa mga pangyayari ha. Sorry po guys. Sorry po. But I'm still here doing my best. Kasi bigla siyang na ano. Pero ito na, bumabalik na. Sorry muna for a while. Okay, nakuha ko na. Okay, ito na po guys. Ito na po. Sorry muna ha. Pasensya po sa inyo. Pasensya po. It's my fault. Saan na yung nag-start? Laguna. Wait. QRSTL
being talked about is the race.
is Pasig.
Ako, Santa Maria, I'm representing the gateway to the Philippines in this pandemic. I feel like all Filipino is very good. We are very
Okay po. I wanna pause for a while. Okay, ito na. Nandito na po guys. Sa mga nanonood, I'm so sorry for little bit ha. Sorry po. Yung yung preliminary natin competition mamaya sa evening gown at saka sa swimsuit mamaya po 8 p.m. Don't forget to please like and subscribe at saka hit yung notification bell ko para updated kayo every day. Okay, at every time. Sige, start na po tayo ha. I wanna play na. Okay, thank you. Continue.
again, we're facing the current realities. If I win the crown,
As a Miss Universe Philippines, I've always considered this as a conversation that goes beyond skin. And as an indigenous people, it is allowing inclusivity, allowing representation of one of the most overlooked sector of society, the indigenous peoples. And I will be here not only to be a face of the brand, but to speak for a brand that call this something that would a phenomenal woman is a bold color. Bold color would be red, orange, anything that is bold because you need to stand out. You're phenomenal because you have the confidence to stand out. And I am here today because I have mustered up the courage to stand confident. Yes. What you need is to work beyond beyond your line of duty. It's really a call to not to, to consider the your clients as your family as well, because there are no more other people who would help them and care for them if you do not start it with yourself. And you need to be more emphatic in trying to deliver the best service that is needed. I would like to promote my home in Limos, Pinocco, because it is where I grew up and I saw the struggles of the people coming from there, the struggles of the children just to go to school. And I believe that education is something that democratizes the playing field for people. And I want to show the universe that there is something that is going on like that. Yes? The local product that I want to promote is coffee. Because in Kalinga, we have that's why I call them most hospitable because you will not pass a household without getting a fresh brewed cup of coffee in Kalinga. And I take pride of that because um, tourists or visitors from all over the world would always say, wow, even they do not have something or even they are poor, they have coffee to offer. One thing that people, young professionals or a woman like me should focus on being resilient. Being resilient in times of crisis so that you should not, even though you are pulled back or you have your own setbacks, but you will conquer this and be phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Agyaman na.
You want to say a little message for the people from your hometown?
Kabimpian Algaw Kanikay Rasan, I'm Marie Victoria Mangawit, and I hope that you continue supporting me in my journey for the Miss Universe Philippines Agyaman na Club. Good morning. Algaw. Yes. Mm-hmm. Name pag na Aldao, I am Trisha Bartolomeo Campo, representing La Union. I've always dreamt of becoming a doctor like my mom, but for now, I manage our clinics here in Baguio and La Trinidad, where we give our services for free. So that's what I want to promote, accessible and affordable healthcare to everyone.
What one beautiful word in Ilocano? What does it mean?
Beautiful word in Ilocano, I would say nasimput. Nasimput is good because I think every Ilocano, not mula all Ilocanos, but I think everyone, the whole Filipino community is very good. We are very friendly when it comes to our neighboring countries and to everyone we encounter with. We always do it with a smile.
Mhm. The learning experience that I gained as a child was to become strong-hearted. I was raised by an Ilocano mother, and she is also a breast cancer survivor for 21 years. So I've been taught to always be strong by heart and to never be affected of any criticisms that we have and to whatever challenges that come to our lives. So just be strong and, just be yourself. Hmm. The greatest lesson that I've learned, I guess, would be to value family, your time with your family. I've been very busy ever since I graduated, and I took my family for granted. We do not meet at home that much because of our busy lives, but because of this pandemic, I've spent time with them. They're my source of happiness, and I think that we should all value our families while we're still here on earth. If I would win, I would promote, of course, the accessible healthcare. I think that's the most that I can do to give the blessing of life, to share that blessing of life to us who are in need, to everyone who needs healthcare services, because it's not that accessible when it comes to our remote areas here in the Philippines. I would say probably light blue. Light blue is like the sky, and the universe is the sky, and I think that we have no limitations. We have everything. We have all of the resources, and we just should know how to use them when it comes to our life. Oh, I did not know that. It's okay. Mhm. I I think everything is online already. So if if working online is that accessible to our homes, then I think that we should be more knowledgeable in video chats, how to operate a computer, and I think that's the most that we can do right now, as long as we still have this pandemic with us. And yeah, I think that's the skill that would be most helpful right now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would say, of course, the surfing capital of the Philippines is La Union. So I would say the beaches of San Juan. San Juan has the most epic sunsets, and I think that a lot of people would enjoy our beaches there, since Philippines is really known for our beaches, our beautiful beaches, and there's a lot of places to eat. We also have a lot of more social economic activities, so that's where I would want to promote. Mm-hmm. Yes. The local product that I want to promote is, I would say, daing. La Union is also known for being capital for daing as well. So I know it's kind of fishy when you want to, when you hear about it, but I think that it's very unique, and it's something that a lot of, what do you call this, countries don't know about. So once they want to taste our daing, it's something new, something that they would want to enjoy and have knowledge about. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Young people like me should focus on themselves, ourselves, because in here in social, we have this social media who kind of brainwashes everyone to be perfect and to be someone that we are not. We should be really authentic to ourselves, know what we want, know our goals, and just dream big and just be yourselves. Thank you. Thank you again, Unay.
Miss La Union, how was your Q&A?
It was nerve-wracking, I should say, but I think I really did really good. I made the judges laugh and I made them smile, so I think I did really good.
Okay, Miss Laguna, what are your expectations for this set interview?
Well, as of now, I am totally nervous because this is the first time that I will be put under the spotlight. Because I used to be the one who's interviewing hundreds of applicants, but my expectations right now is just to show to all the judges and to everyone who will be watching our interview of who I am, of what I wanted to be, and at the same time, what kind of a phenomenal woman I am. Hello, good morning, everyone. Hindi naman po. Medyo malamig lang. I'm not so used with the cold. Alright. Alright. Magna cum laude. Was not valedictorian, but magna cum laude, yeah. Late bloomer. Good morning again, everyone. I am Joa de la Torre Flores. I am a proud Lagunense, a proud scholar ng bayan, a hotelier by profession, and now an aspiring beauty queen and at the same time education advocate. For me, it will always be mabuhay because it's greeting people with a smile and at the same time being proud of our language. It was when I cursed and then my dad hurt me. It taught me that to never tell something bad about the people around me. To become adaptive to changes because this situation put a lot of changes in our life, and it is very important that we know how to deal with it and cope with it so that we will come out stronger from this pandemic and challenges. If I win Miss Universe Philippines, definitely I will bring them joy and hope already. So I am already helping them. But at the same time, I would like to initiate activities and movements that will help them during this pandemic. It could be food drive, it could be helping the students in our community. Blue, because aside from it being the color of our province, color blue is the color of the sky, the color of the water. For me, it is the color of life. And a phenomenal woman is someone that shares and at the same time let life blossoms.
So working from home is now part of the new norm.
Yes.
So what kind of skills do you see that the so-called workplace of the future?
I think that this, just like what I mentioned, it is being able to adapt to it because working from home is definitely so different than working in an office setup. You have the family with you, there could be a lot of distractions, and once you are able to adapt to the current place or environment that you have, you will definitely be able to do your job more effectively and efficiently.
Another question is, if you have to live at one spot that is either man-made or natural from Laguna,
Okay,
what would it be? That you'd love to promote
that I would like.
in the entire world.
Well, definitely it will be from my home city, which is in Pablo City, known to be the city of seven lakes. Can you imagine that? Seven lakes in one city. So I would like to promote that seven lakes in our city to the whole world. That this is the gift that we receive from nature and still consistently being protected and provide livelihood to the people of Santa Blegos. Oh no, I'm so sorry. But I'm very familiar with the kanta ng aming city. Yeah, so San Pablo.
It's a rap song of the seven.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a K-pop fan now, so I know more of the Blackpink songs. Diba?
Got two more questions. First one I'll ask you is next campaign for Club Local.
Yeah.
So this one is one for
Now what I wanted to promote is the with water lily bags and other products that came from with water lily because water lily is one of the major problems in Laguna Lake, and now the locals of Laguna are so creative, so talented that they were able to turn this problem into a solution that will actually benefit the community and the people of Laguna.
So that is the product that I really wanted to promote to everyone. I actually brought two bags with me. I used one during my arrival in Manila, and I'm planning to use the other one on the coming days.
The next question is, what is that one thing you think young people like you should focus on?
I think young people like me should focus on our goals because there's so many things going around in our environment. The pressure from the society, pressure that we see in the social media, that sometimes we forget what really our goals are. So we should focus on our goals, on our dreams, on what we really wanted to be, not on what other people wanted us to be. I'm done. Thank you so much. I will. Nakakahiya. I'm from Laguna and I don't know that song. And I know the Blackpink songs. But I'll look for that. Thank you for sharing.
We are here with Miss Makati. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm great. I'm so excited for later's interview.
What would you do if someone asks you a question that you did not answer?
I think I would have to be honest if I can't answer anything about it, but I'll try my best to answer as much as I can. Hi, everybody. Hello. Okay, so I'm Ivana Timos de Vicentia Pasis. I'm 24 years old, representing Makati City. I'm a professional events host. I'm a writer. I'm also a runway and commercial model, and I do advocate for suicide prevention awareness. Sorry? Yes, what? Oh, I think it have to be. it's a very light word, but it's my favorite. It's called grabe. I love saying grabe. You know, I can say it in different emotions. I could be happy, sad, I could be angry. But if I say grabe, then parang it's a very general expression. And it's something that walang exact English translation. So it's very unique for the Filipinos also. Mhm. Oh, I think one thing that I learned when I was a child was because I'm the youngest among three siblings. I have two older sisters, so I'm a bunso, and I'm a very spoiled bunso. And I think I realized that I could be someone more than what my ate had done, because I feel like I'm always compared to them. You know, I'm very unique in compared to my ates. So I think one thing that I learned is to really appreciate who I am as a person and embrace it, because I always look up to them. So sorry. The greatest lesson that I learned was to not take time for granted. I used to, even work, even on weekends, and I would tell myself, okay, I'll just go to church next weekend, meron pa naman. But now I can't do that anymore. So, meeting up with my family, having family reunions, and meeting my high school and college friends, and now we can only do it on Zoom. And how I wish we can do it in person. If I win, like what I said earlier, I advocate for suicide prevention awareness, and it's something that is personal to me. I experienced anxiety in the past. I suffered from it. I'm already healed. I have done a lot of therapies in the past, and it's something that I have overcome. And in my journey here in Miss Universe Philippines, I know that I've used my voice to really reach out to those people who wanted to end their lives and commit suicide, because it's such a very sensitive topic. And yeah, it's just nice because now I was able to connect with these people. Someone would message me that, oh, sorry. Oh, I think it would have to be a white blank canvas that anyone can, appreciate you for who you are, and they can throw any colors to you, and you will make sure that you can make the most out of it. Mhm.
So what do you think are the skills needed for the so-called workplace?
I think one thing that everyone has to realize is the fact that work-life balance is very important. I think it's also the reason why a lot of people undergo depression and anxiety, it is because they really don't know how to separate their personal lives and working at home, and it's a struggle for everybody. So I think work-life balance is something that everyone should keep in mind.
If there is one spot in Makati City, whether man-made or natural,
Mhm.
like
Mhm. It would have to be Museo ng Makati. Not a lot of people know that it exists, and I think that goes to show that Makati, despite the skyscrapers and everything, the glitz and glamour of Makati City, that there is a very, very unique heritage of Makati City that a lot of people should know because, people would say, oh, social yung mga taga Makati. But no, we come from a very, very humble beginning, and it's something that it's nice to look back into and to let people know that there's really something more than being just a business capital of the Philippines.
your answer to this because there's a movement of local.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, a local product. Well, for me, I love a mango, so it have to be the dried mangoes in Cebu City. I think it is very unique, and I have a lot of foreign friends who are not from the Philippines who love it, and it's something that I also personally love, and it's something that I love to share to everybody.
But one thing should young people like you focus on.
Sorry?
What is that one thing you think young people like you should focus on?
I think young people like me should focus on getting to know who they really are as a person. It's easier said than done to say, oh, you should know who you are and just be yourself. But it's really a struggle. It's a journey to really know your true, authentic self. And for me, once you know yourself, you will never really go wrong, and you would never be intimidated. You know how to be determined. You know your skills. You know your goals. And I think that's very important for younger people to know that because it's very important. Thank you po. Thank you so much. I think I did great. It was a really fun experience. Well, I do events hosting as a living, so to be on the other side of the table and he asked me so many questions is still overwhelming, but it was really fun. Yes, it was a long walk. This is it. Bye. Ito na pala yun. Sana ay just more nicely. Ito na pala to. Good morning, everyone. Oh, well, good morning, everyone. I'm Louis Dominic Pixon. I'm 24. I actually work as an account executive for international brand and designer Kenneth Cabonpe. But prior to that, I am mostly known to be a model mentor, host, and of course, a beauty queen. I belong in a family of four, but the only one who pursues beauty pageant. One beautiful word I would say is palaban. It's actually quite a Tagalog word din. Pero lumalaban. Yun. Lumalaban because in every struggle that we face naman every day, we just face the challenge firsthand. And then I think when we succeed naman at the end of the day, it's just that we're being ourselves, our true authentic selves. So that's why I really appreciate what Miss Universe is trying to portray of us, being our true authentic selves, not all the time. There was one particular time na I asked my parents, no, I actually didn't ask them. I wanted to go to the beach with my friends. And then I didn't ask for their permission. And then when I got home, I immediately went to the bathroom and take shower, change my clothes, and I left my wet clothes in the bathroom. And so my mom found out eventually where I was. She figured it out that I was at the beach. And so at the end of that conversation, she just told me that it's okay that you want to go at this place with anyone. Just just as long as you're being honest. Yun po. That we don't take time for granted. This year has been very fast. I would say it's been long but fast in time constraint. I felt like everything was in a fast track. So I'm just really happy that we made it this far, and I practically did everything I had to do, and even at the work on the side, even doing my work at the side and doing the pageants. I'm very proud about that. I would really use like the prizes I get from the pageant to help my beneficiary at first. Sir, it's my best friend Hallery. She's actually undergoing radiotherapy now because she finished her chemotherapy already. And financially, I just really want to help her from there. And of course, I want to continue on portraying my advocacy, which is on mental health. Prior to the pageant, I actually did a tour around universities in Cebu. So I really want to continue at that.
What color do you think represents the National Award?
It would be pink. It's very feminine, but it's very it's full of character. Because that's what I need right now. And pink doesn't only it doesn't only fit a woman. It fits any type of gender in the community. So I think a phenomenal woman is the color pink. I was worried about that niya kasi my throat is kind of dry na. Yes.
So, what do you think are the skills needed in this so-called workspace?
Skills, one thing, yeah. I really had to balance everything, like my family time and of course my work time. I actually am working from home. So one of the skills is just concentration. Because there's a lot of distraction around the house and you really have to entertain your clients. So I think that's one of the things that I developed through working from home. I would really want to even push the government to what do you call this, to go through with the eco park that they have proposed, because Mandaue is actually very highly industrialized and it's not very known to be a touristy spot. We're very honest about it kasi you will see naman din po na it's more on buildings and infrastructures. So they are proposing an eco park, which I want to support on that also, because we just really need that part in Mandaue to be more cleaner. It would be the food businesses that we have in Mandaue. We have really pushed, especially in this pandemic, we have pushed all of those local products that's been being sold. With our delicacies, of course, we have the bibingka, which I'm very excited to purchase in my national costume, you would see. And yeah, supporting local is very important at this time because everyone is just working from home and they just really want to keep the business going. I think we should focus on the plans for the future because one thing that I've learned from the pandemic is very unpredictable. Time and space and wherever we may go it continually changes. Change is the only constant thing in the world. And I really hope that the youngsters, the young generations would keep in mind that just whatever you decide on today will reflect your future. So I really do hope that they start planning it out. But of course, keeping their feet on where they are at the moment. Direct, ano naman ako doon? Of course, direct. Kasali tayo lahat doon. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Miss Manila, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm excited. Excited na ako na kinakabahan. Super mixed emotions kasi ngayon ko na nagsisink in sa amin lahat na nag-start na talaga yung Miss Universe Philippines. Okay. Wait. Kailangan kong huminga. Okay. Game. Sa pag-akyat, tsaka ang lamig kasi. Actually, paulit-ulit. Feeling ko paulit-ulit kami na sinasabi na malamig. Ayun. Dapat nga naman namin yung shawl. Hindi totoo yan. Hindi totoo yan. Oo. Pinapapatay ko yung aircon kanina. Wala pa lang aircon. Sabi ko pang ipatay yung aircon. Alex. I'm 26. I God, it's cold. I'm from Sampaloc, Manila actually. So, kaya supernatural ko lang kasi basically ganito talaga kami sa Manila. Like hindi kami super nag-fake ng personality namin, kung paano kami mag-dress up. Kaya minsan, most of the time, lagi naman ako naka-pajamas. And then yesterday, I'm wearing a sweatshirt, not like this. And then mas comfortable ako without makeup. Thank you so much. Easy ka lang sa pag-time. Parang nagugulat ako eh. Parang may galit ka yata, sir. Gulat ako. I'm sorry, what is? One beautiful word in my language. Well, Manila, usually Tagalog lang naman. So, yung makapag-isip, wait. Wait lang, pwedeng pakipause yung time. Anyway, okay, for Manila, I would go for matatapang. Matatapang lahat ng Manilenya, kahit babae matatapang, meron silang pinaglalaban. Especially, alam namin tama yung pinaglalaban namin. Lagi kami nasa tama. Kasi, it's super nonsense naman kung easy lang direct. Kasi ka lang direct. Huwag kang magalit sa akin direct. Ako lang daw direct. So, growing up as a child, syempre naging daddy's girl ako, meron siyang future na gusto for me. And then, parang ako, wait lang nga, super chill na lang ako ng tayo. And then parang, ako syempre parang iniisip ko super limited ng resources ko. And then growing up, na-realize ko na nagawa ko siya all by myself. So basically, I'm inspiring every dreamers out there kasi I was once a dreamer. Na parang ayokong isipin nila na mayroong hindrance or whatever. Nakasmile na si Direk.
Next question, what about
In this? So during this pandemic, sobrang negative na kasi nang nangyayari eh. So I tried to stay positive. Ayoko munang mag-isip na sa social media sobrang dami kasi fake news sa parang lahat na lang ng tao meron gustong sabihin na negative. Bakit kailangan lagi na lang negative yung kinakalat niya? Super negative na nangyayari. Let's just gotta chill. Wala namang nawawala kung magpaka-positive tayo. It's super good nga eh kasi you're making everyone around you super happy and chill as well. Yan. Hindi ako nag-time. Well, if I win, ngayon pa lang super happy ko na sa support na natatanggap ko sa community ko kasi God, so good. Kasi usual sa place namin, hindi siya yung parang super social na level ng Manila. So parang ako, nakikita nila ako na beauty queen ka, but then super humble mo, nag-reach out ka to everyone, kaya mo makihalubilo na hindi ka maarte, hindi ka, oh my God, ano yan, ganyan. So, super level lang. You're welcome, Direct.
what color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Phenomenal woman for me, the color that would symbolize a phenomenal woman for me, I'm wearing pink right now, but for me, it would be color black. Kasi color black is super neutral lang, and it depends kung paano mo kaya dalhin yung black. Na super plain lang siya. How would you express yourself on what you wear, on how you dress up?
So, work from home now, 5% ng work, di ba?
I'm actually working from home. Super saya ko.
Ano mo mas sa work from home part naman ng
So, for working from home, kailangan mong mag-adjust. So, kung paano kayo magpapalitan ng messages, kung paano sasagutin yung specific questions mo. Kasi, usually, meron kayong time na parang ngayon, meron kami 30 seconds, kami meron kami like 2 minutes to answer, but then, ang tagal nung magbibigay sa'yo ng sagot. So, kailangan may patience ka lang din. And hindi ka rin pwedeng laging mas marunong sa ibang tao kasi laging may mas matalino sa'yo. And kaya sila ng job para tulungan ka. So, maging humble ka lang din sa kanila.
If it's man-made or Spanish Manila, whether it's man-made or natural, that we like to promote sa buong mundo, ano ito?
I'd go for sa Quiapo kasi doon kami kumakain lagi. Like, siguro bababa kami sa specific drop-off sa Quiapo and then lahat ng madaanan namin na kinakainan namin. Like, meron burger, meron ding oriental, super dami, and mga street foods, super sarap na yung kumain. And then you just gotta wear super nice, super comfy outfit, no makeup at all, and then super sarap lang, kakain ka lang. Ano? God. Kapajama lang, slippers, ganon.
Ano, di ba? May kampanya ngayon, hashtag love to have.
Local products, actually, ang pinapromote ko ngayon is yung mga local brands. Kasi ang mga, usually kasi pinapatronize ko ng mga tao yung mga international brands eh. And ako, being connect sa mga hip-hop and sa streets, gusto kong i-promote yung local brands na, kasi usually ang tingin sa kanila parang super low class sila, ganyan. Kung ano man yung opinion ng iba. But then, if you go deeper with their thoughts, may intindihan mo na meron din silang point. May point naman, okay lang. Hala, oh my God. So for the youth for today, my message for them is to don't forget to always to show the better version of yourselves. There would always be room for improvements and madalas talaga makakatanggap tayo ng negative feedback sa ibang tao and it's always up to us kung paano natin gagawin positive, ito-turn into positive yung negative feedback. Thank you. During this interview, you've got nothing to do but just to be yourself. Since super light lang naman yung nangyayari, hindi mo na siya kailangan gawin na pabigatan. So, kailangan mo na chill. You just gotta kalma yourself.
Heart of the Philippines. Yes. I'll try my best. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Maria Lianina Macalino. I am representing the Heart of the Philippines, Marinduque, and I graduated chemistry minor in business studies and currently working as a product and research development in a local cosmetics beauty brand. And right now I am pursuing my dream as a beauty queen because I believe that everyone has a chance to be a beauty queen by their own advantages. Yes po.
So, what's the wonderful word in Tagalog? A wonderful word in your language.
Sa amin, lagi naming ginagamit yung ngani or mandin para siyang katumbas ng alae sa Batangas. It's like a prefix or a suffix in every word that we say in terms of endearment also when we speak in Tagalog sa Marinduque. Because not a lot of people know that Marinduque is part of Luzon. They think that it's part of Visayas. So it's mostly a mix of all dialects. A learning experience that I had as a child is that it is very important. The teachings of our family is very important, and I want to also brought it up in this platform through pageantry that raising a child is not a joke, and we should all be a responsible parent and co-parents as well, because I think the core values in a child, it can be instilled in him and her through growth, and that is the making of now, that is the making of the future generation. The greatest lesson that I learned during this pandemic is that it is very essential for us to connect and the importance of human connection, because we've taken it for granted ever since, and we've been always busy with our phones, and we've taken for granted the company of our friends, the company of our families, and now we just realized how important the physical touch is, and how it comforts us in our everyday living because physical touch is like it. Oh, sorry. If I win, first I will give honor to my family because I want everyone to remember how important our families and our parents are. And then secondly, I want to give back to my beneficiary, Kyle David Atienza. And he also educates about kindness and love. That is what I am advocating for. If I win, I will continue that. And lastly, I want to bring honor to Marinduque as the heart of the Philippines because it is not just a title, but it is us, and our hearts are always in action. A color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman is red because a phenomenal woman also works for the heart. And mostly we consist of red colors to our flesh and our blood. Phenomenal woman runs through me and also runs through me. Okay po. Thank you. Yes. Yes, I am currently working from home. Yes. I think you need to also educate yourselves in terms of working from home, in terms of technicalities in production, like taking your camera and filming yourself, not just work for pageant, but also me as I work in a cosmetics industry. I also have to take pictures of myself. So I need to be holistically developed, not just in terms of paperworks, but also I need to balance myself and my mental and spiritual self in order to progress and do my work. Yes. Firstly, I would like to promote about Marinduque. It is the butterfly capital of the Philippines. It has a balanced biodiversity, and you can propagate natural butterflies in the Philippines. Secondly, it is an island, so there are a lot of beaches that people don't know about. It is very nice and clean and a lot of virgin islands and beaches. So I think a lot of people can come by and have their peace of mind. Yes. I want to promote in the province of Marinduque. I want to share to a lot of Filipinos also the arrowroot. It's like buraro. It is cultivated in Marinduque, and not a lot of people know what arrowroot is. So I think this is also a great platform to get to know what Marinduque is all about because it has been so silent. But now I've gained the power and also the time to express and show to the world what Marinduque is. One thing that I think a lot of people should focus on is their heart because they've been busy with social media, with power, with fame, and don't, they neglect what their heart really tells them. But for me, I think we should always focus on kindness and love because it just doesn't benefit a lot of people, but it also benefits you. Thank you. It is in the middle of the Philippines and it's also shaped like a human heart. Thank you so much.
Right now, we are with Miss Misamis Oriental. What preparations have you done? Like mental preparations, physical preparations for this?
Well, it's more mental, so I have been like praying since early in the morning, and I really just hope that whatever preparations I did a few months back will be shown in the Q&A. Yes, Banik. Hello. Hi, maayong buntag sa inyong tanan. I'm Caroline Veronilla, proudly representing Misamis Oriental. That's probably one of the hardest questions that I ever have to answer, but in retrospect, I think about my family, and I'm a proud sister to a cancer thriver
My sister was diagnosed at the age of 24 with stage 4 lymphoma, and she's someone that I look up to, and with her experience coming into this journey, I look up to her even more, and she inspired me even more to be more courageous. And I'm proud to say that I'm a sister to a cancer thriver. I have always loved the word pohon. Pohon is translated into someday, soon, and it's something that inspires me, it gives me hope, it makes me look forward to the future. Pohon. Sometimes you use it na, kita rata pohon, sabay rata pohon. So someday, and that's something that I look forward to. As a child, I was really loved by my family. I grew up in a loving home, and that impacted me and how I grew up. I value family, and everything that I do is for them, and that's what I'm applying even until now, joining Miss Universe Philippines. The greatest lesson I've learned is to take better care of myself. I have always had a macro perspective on things, so I'm used to giving myself, helping other people, and then I came to a point when I struggled to get out of bed. I struggled to be productive, and I didn't know what's happening. And so I consulted my family, and then I realized that I forgot to take care of myself during this time, and that's something that I really learned a lot from, and I have been applying even now that I'm joining Miss Universe Philippines. If I do win Miss Universe Philippines, they would be so proud of me, and that's already a big help. This platform is so huge, and I really want to help promote the tourism in Misamis Oriental. It's one of the top eco adventure destinations in the country, and I believe that I can do more in promoting the beautiful destinations in my province through this platform. The color that represents a phenomenal woman is violet, because it's a color of women, it's a color of empowerment, and I believe it's very royal, it's very elegant, and it's something that we need to embrace. Mhm. To be honest, I'm also working from home, and even now I'm working. I brought my laptop with me. I'm still supporting the children that we work with in World Vision, and I believe that technology is a very big thing now that we're experiencing this new normal, and I really hope that we invest more on internet connection, because that's where really the work is right now, and it also helps a lot of children attain their education. My favorite place in Misamis Oriental is the seascape and landscape in Initao Libertad. It's actually a very nice place. There are a lot of trees there, century-old trees, and it's by a cliff, so you can go cliff diving. You enjoy both worlds, the mountains and the seas, and it's also home to tarsiers and monkeys. Yes, it's found in Misamis Oriental. It's the protected seascape and landscape in Initao Libertad. Yes, Initao. So it's in between two municipalities, Initao and Libertad. So they share that spot. Yes. To be honest, I really like to promote the local fabrics of Mindanao. So right now, I'm wearing a Tagulwanon. It's a banik made by the Tagulwanon tribe in Bukidnon. When I also arrived, I wore the tinalak of South Cotabato, and a few days before, I also wore a yakan outfit from the tribe in Basilan. So I really want to promote the local fabrics we have, because it's something that we really have to embrace. We really have to focus more on our purpose, what we want to achieve in life, because that's the direction we are going. That's our guide in order to succeed. That's our guide to
happiness to fulfillment. And I really hope that more and more people, youth especially, would know their purpose at an early age so that they will be guided in their path. Thank you. Thank you so much. Daghang salamat. Hello. Yeah. Oo. So, parang pinulog talaga siya na balikan. So, we just called it in. Hindi nga siya mag-klasa eh. Hindi nga ako makaupo. But it's super confident sa video. I'm very happy that I got to train na sila na ang family. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Miss Muntinlupa. Do you have any inspirations that you're gonna channel for this Q&A?
Absolutely. I'm a mama's girl, so I'm always thinking of my mom and how she would encourage me to embrace my roots and embrace my heritage. As a proud Indigenous woman, I'm so honored to be standing here today and representing my tribe, the Agtatabangnon of Marsorsogon. Even though I live in Muntinlupa City, I always embrace my roots. So thank you. Hello, my name is Mary Chris Valdez Castro, proudly representing Muntinlupa City. I'm a proud member of the Agtatabangnon tribe of Pilar Sorsogon. My father built our house in Muntinlupa about 14 years ago. My mother designed it. Because of that, I know that when you put your heart into something, whether it's weaving or whether it's building a home together with your spouse, you are building community by just being who you are and loving. I believe in Bicol we say Oragon, and that means we are strong, fierce, independent, and we are who we are, and we are phenomenal. I think the biggest experience I had as a child was just serving with my grandmother, who built the first hospital in Pilar Sorsogon. And for her to come back and invest in our tribe, in our communities, and to serve alongside her as a medical missionary, that was eye-opening to see that your heart can truly impact not only one tribe, but generations. The greatest lesson I learned was resilience. Resilience not only in what we can take, but in how we can take it together. We can take it on and we can overcome as one. I know that through volunteering, it has been stressful as well as managing work in my studies, but because of the encouragement of my family and our fellow kababayan, I feel strong. Oragon. It's absolutely for my community. I hope to continue to instill a sense of pride that being Filipino means embracing our heritage, our skin color, what makes us unique. Because as a beauty queen, I've seen the tremendous impact it's had. That representation matters. I've had a mother come running up to me just so she can have her daughter put her arm next to mine and say, see, you don't have to change your skin to be a beauty queen. And so I hope to encourage everyone to embrace their own personal authenticity. Thank you. I believe it represents the color yellow, which in our Filipino culture is courage, it's hope, and it's exactly what we need right now during this pandemic and after.
So what are the skills so-called workplace?
I think the skills that are needed are the same skills that are foundational to every successful society. The skills of being able to trust a teammate to do their work even if they're home, as well as being resourceful. That's the challenge, and that's actually what makes it more fun.
There's one spot or place in Lupa, whether it's man-made or natural, if you would like to do a place in this.
I would absolutely love to promote Jamboree Lake because it is man-made, but it happens to be the smallest lake man-made in the world. And it's so beautiful, it's quaint, and it's at the center of Muntinlupa. So I'd love to take you there and show you something phenomenal that we made as Filipinos. Yes.
Yes po.
And you know, there's a campaign for hashtag local health.
Mhm.
So I would like to know what product you would like to try. Local product.
I would love to promote who I'm wearing right now. This is Mel Claveria. He's often been known to design for the royal family Brunei, and it's because he takes in our culture and the weaves and everything that we symbolize together as Filipinos, and he makes it unique and international.
The last question is, what one thing should young people like you focus on?
I think we should focus on unraveling all of the stereotypes, all of the labels that society places on us and tries to weigh us down. Don't let your heart be muffled. Be loud, be proud of who you are, and accept that, and that is what you are going to take to the universe, and that's how you are going to change the lives of our communities. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So relaxed.
Thank you. Thank you so much, po, and thank you for your time. All right.
We are with Miss Oriental Mindoro. What is that one piece of advice that you would want to tell yourself before you go up that stage?
I feel like the most important thing would be just to be myself. I know it's a cliche, but for me, it brings out who you really are. When you talk about your passions, when you talk about something that is really true, you just go with who you are and go with your gut. I don't even know anymore. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm doing well, but it's very cold here, but I love it.
So,
Okay, we'll make it happen. Hi, everyone. I am Abby Hitomi Ariade Akiyama. I'm 27 years old, half Japanese, but 100% Filipino by heart because I was born and raised here. And I just recently graduated Doctor of Medicine in time for Miss Universe Philippines. And now I am affiliated with the Armed Forces of the Philippines Medical Center.
what's one beautiful word in local language? What is
Oh, in Oriental Mindoro, the word there is Tagalog still. And what a beautiful word is maganda, as it is, because I feel like maganda is such a very encompassing term that you can use in a lot of ways. It's not just the physical, it can be who you are, it can be your attributes, it can be a person's feelings. It's everything that encompasses beauty on its own. And I believe that everything that we do has its own beauty in it. So, maganda, like me and all of you. Right. Period. Parang gumanda na po ako dahil sa Miss Universe, kinailangan ko pong gumanda. I think the best learning experience was when we had a downfall when my father left us. And I know that it's a hard thing to talk about, but I feel like my mom showed us how she can handle 5 children and how all 5 of us have continued and finished college and even postgraduate studies. 3 of us have. And I believe that it shows strength in a woman that she can do anything, and that if I can be half as good as my mom, if I can be half the woman she is, I'd be all set for life. The greatest lesson that I've learned during this pandemic is to look past my middle class upbringing and to see the difficulties that the common Filipino is experiencing right now. To be able to help them, to be able to seek what I can do, because I'm not rich, I don't have a lot of money, but I can be able to help them in my own ways, especially with the advent of being part of Miss Universe Philippines. I can use my voice, I can use this influence, I can use who I am as a doctor and as a person, that I will be able to empower other people and to help them too. If I win, I will be who I am. I am a doctor, I am a medical professional, and I'm also a nurse, and I believe that I can use that as an avenue to
grow and to help other people, especially at a time of a pandemic when people need the truth. People need someone who will serve as the truth, the face of truth. Now I will be that person. I will be there to help other people, to inspire, but not only that, to help them, to teach them in a lot of ways, in medical and non-medical things. I believe it's yellow because my favorite color is yellow. I love it. I actually didn't know that it was my favorite color until my mom told me that it has so much yellow things in everything. And I realized, oh my God, that is my favorite color. For the longest time, I thought it was red. But then I realized that, oh my God, it symbolizes freshness. It symbolizes a new tomorrow, a great tomorrow. And I believe it's something that I have to show in Miss Universe Philippines because I will be showing you CNEG.
So, work from home is now part of the new.
Exactly.
So, what we think are the skills needed is so broad, your workplace of the future.
You know, it's very difficult for the Filipino to work at home because our household is filled with a lot of people. It's not unlike in other countries where you live alone mostly. In Filipinos, we have a very tight-knit family. So all of the people are there and it's very difficult. And I know that people have been experiencing that difficulty. So I believe that you really need to set a specific place for yourself, just as I did for mine, so that you will be able to focus on what you're doing because not a lot of people have that privilege to be able to have your own space.
This one's for place in the real world, whether it's man-made or national, what do you like
Well, there are a lot of places in Oriental Mindoro, but in Calapan City, it's a city, right? But the thing is, there are a lot of man-made places there that you can visit, and there's also the Mangyan village there, and you will be able to see that there are still Mangyans living. There are still Mangyans. They still practice the old way of living as Mangyans, and it's very. When I visited, it's very wonderful. It's such a wonderful experience to have seen that and to be able to see their culture and how they still are proud of who they are.
So, I would ask you, what local product would you want to promote?
Oh, well, I believe the local product would be the Ramit cloth. It's in Oriental Mindoro, and these are hand woven by Mangyans of Oriental Mindoro, and it is very beautiful. They can incorporate so many colors in one weave. Universe Philippines, and I'm very proud to be the representative of Oriental Mindoro and their culture and heritage because it's so beautiful, it's so colorful, and I just want to show the rest of the universe how it is in Oriental Mindoro.
One thing should young people like you focus on?
I think the thing that young people should focus on is to be unapologetic, to know what you stand for, to know who you truly are, and to be able to stand for what is right, especially for other people. If you are in a better position, if you're privileged enough, then you can stand for other people. You can be their voice. You can stand for those who are oppressed. And I believe it is the right timing, the right mindset for young people to understand that you can be apologetic as long as you know your heart is in the right place. Thank you so much. I know I speak so fast. I'm sorry, I have so many thoughts. Thank you so much. I had so much fun. I don't know if this is a common thing, but we laughed and we shared a lot about each other. They even shared to me, so it was very fun. It was very exciting. I had a lot of fun with them.
Hello po, good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Linda. I'm 18 and I represent my beautiful province, Palawan. Yes. About myself, I'm an island girl and I always dream of becoming a beauty queen and I never thought that at this young age I would be able to achieve that far-fetched dream. I am blessed to be nurtured by loving and caring parents, so much privilege to have grown into a woman of essence, influenced by the most beautiful, environmentally inspiring island. And my local language, actually, I don't speak Uyuni. Because in Palawan, there's a lot of language there that we use, and I prefer Tagalog. I think palangga. Because when someone call you palangga, it's like dear. It's like she or he treasure you as a person. One of that is to be disciplined because here in Miss Universe we learn how to be disciplined and responsible in all our actions because people are looking at us as a public figure and we put ourselves in a situation to be judged. So what we need to do is to act what we have to. I learned the importance of life that with or without the virus, we should always look after to the people, not just our friends or family, but also the people in our environment and to the other world because everyone is suffering from this pandemic. And what we need to do is spread love and care, not the virus. Of course. Pardon? My advocacy is concerned about our environment because Palawan is known for its natural resources. So I would like to take that opportunity and use this platform, big platform, to inspire other people to be more curious and conscious about our environment because Palawan is known for its biodiversity. We know how to sustain all our natural resources. For me, violet, because violet is the color of the woman, and I think that that color represents phenomenal. Yes, first year. Yes.
So, in your opinion, what do you think are the skills needed in this the new workplace?
Everyone is adjusting for from before to the new normal. So I think that our government need to push more or do more so that the other people will know how to handle this kind of situation and we they should be educated po on how the works will happen.
One spot or place in Palawan, whether it's man-made or natural, that you like what
I would promote, of course, Underground River because Underground River is rich in biodiversity and it's naturally made. And for me, Underground River is a place where you can see an amazing features that you thought that can never happen. Yes, there's a holy family, yes, and a big candle beside.
right now that there's a very famous campaign for Love Local. So if I was asking you what local products do you want?
What local products that I want to promote is the kasui in Palawan. Here in Manila, it's kind of bit expensive, but in Palawan, it is cheap. But it's healthy and yummy. It's yummy.
Ano ko sabi ko ng
Ay, yes po. Mayroon.
last question, what one thing should young people like you focus on?
Focus on your goal because not everyone is thinking about their growth. They just go with the flow. But for me, goal is very important because that will be your key to become successful in the future. And that way, if you achieve your goal, you will be able to inspire other people and do more and do big. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Who do you want to inspire with your performance today?
I want to inspire especially the other Palaweños and the young girls kasi I'm the youngest. So I want to inspire other people that your age doesn't define you and you can do great and you can do whatever you want. Good afternoon. Hi. I'm Patricia Pineda Santos and I'm representing the province of Pampanga. I'm a flight attendant, but on the sidelines, I'm an outreach organizer
And I'm the CEO of Project Millennials PH and founder of the Babaya Ko Kaya Ko Din movement. I'm a first timer, but I'm ready to take the risk now. The one beautiful local word that I can think of right now, because we have a lot, I would say, that would be uh, masanting. Masanting, if translated in Tagalog, is actually guapo. But in Kapampangan, masanting is not just guapo. It defines everything that is so-called to be beautiful. Masanting amalan, masanting gamit, and that just represents that the word beautiful is a representation of not just the femininity and the masculinity of the things, but beauty in general. Thank you. Okay. Parang masano ko sa time. The one learning that I had as a child that made such great impact, honestly, is to love myself. Because as a child, I was bullied for how I looked and my big round eyes, as you might see right now. But throughout the years, I have learned that self-love is important, embracing yourself. Because there's not much you really can change physically, but you can change on how you react on what people say about you. And you can only empower others if you first empower yourself and love yourself, and all this rooted from what I have experienced before. The greatest lesson that I've learned during the pandemic is inclusivity. With the Project Millennials PH and the Babaya Ko Kaya Ko Din movement, I have learned that we have always been healthy. That is not during this pandemic only, but I have learned that health is only truly successful if it is inclusive and aid is delivered and equal for everyone. I have been helping for so many years, but this is only now the time that I realized my health is only successful if I also reach the far-flung areas with the help of others as well. If I win, I plan to help more by using, of course, my platform to champion for causes and be the voice of the unheard. I know that Miss Universe Philippines organization will give me the platform to reach out even to the far-flung areas wherein what we say at Project Millennials PH, we aim that no one gets left behind. And with this wide platform, I know that we are able to achieve that mission and vision in our minds. I believe the color that symbolizes the phenomenal woman is red, which is what I'm actually wearing right now. Because she is regal, she is fiery, she is strong and forceful, yet she is beautiful and soft inside her heart, which drives her to the phenomenon that she can be.
Workspace, workplace,
I believe as we adapt to the new normal of working from home, the skill needed very much is to be always self-centered and not procrastinating. Because being at home has always had that connotation that we have to be on comfort, we have to be comfortable, it's the time to relax, but we have to go back to our self-center and realize who we are at the moment. If I am an employee at the moment at this hour, then I must be able to do that and regain my focus. And then in the next hour, I will take my break and be at home. I would promote Miamis Falls. Pampanga is known to also be an urbanized province, but Miamis Falls is actually found in Porac. And when you go beyond the cities and the buildings, you ride the 4x4, you see this, and you realize that there's actually more to Pampanga. And you realize that in the chaos and in the noise of the city, you can find a quiet and peaceful self or peaceful place for yourself. And that's who we really are. Can be chaotic outside, peaceful inside. Thank you. There are a lot actually, and I could start off with the biggest names, but if there is one,
allow me to promote my product, the Suka company, which I have started due to adapting to the new normal as a flight attendant. Suka company is something that is I started, but I get from a supplier, a local supplier, who he makes on his own. So at the same time, it is not just I that is benefiting, but it is another Kapampangan, and it is promoting what Kapampangan is like: original, authentic, and tasteful.
What young people like you should focus on?
I think what young people like me should focus on is first themselves. Because if you build this power inside, this confidence inside you, that's only the time that you're able to go out and help and empower others. As they always say, you cannot give what you don't have in you. And the best way to lose yourself is to find yourself in the service of others, as Mahatma Gandhi said. Thank you everyone.
If it's not yet obvious, our pageant is not only about phenomenal physical beauty. As a matter of fact, the Miss Universe standard format makes it so that we place more importance on intelligence as well as the ability to stand out despite having to answer really difficult questions. This has been the third batch of interview preliminaries. This is Miss Universe Philippines 2020. This is the game changer.